And it's like kind of a gutsy play for us to already say that we're going to do that, because we're going to talk about prayer again, and then we're going to see and hear a story of someone who got their prayer answered. And the risk in that is like, what if God doesn't do anything? But that won't happen, because I know the way that God works. If we all do this, or however many of us want to do this, some crazy, amazing stuff is going to happen. And then we're going to be sitting right here in this room, and we're going to hear these stories, and we're going to be like, man, God is amazing.
Afghanistan's government has fallen to Islamist militants who make up the Taliban, and the frenzy for Afghan citizens and diplomats trying to escape the country today reached a fever pitch.
Afghans are thronging to Kabul's airport, desperate to get on planes and leave the country at any cost. They're scaling the airport's walls this morning, rushing in.
I'm Mars.
And my name is Jeff.
We've been part of Mission for about 10 years. So we met Mersal during Mission Serve Day back in the fall of 2021 when Mission partnered with the Welcome to America project. So she was one of many that were evacuated out of Kabul by US military and then brought here eventually into the Phoenix area to be resettled.
Mid Q4 of 2022. At this time, we had a very good relationship with Mersal and her husband, Sean. Like Mars said, they're very close friends of ours now. I received a call from Mersal. She was distressed, borderline crying. She called and just talked a little bit and introduced what was happening with her niece, Yousra, and their family back in Kabul.
سلام وقتتون بخیر. اسمم مرسل شکوری هستم و تازه مهاجر از افغانستان هستم که به حکومت که خب 2 ماه شده بود که ما تازه به امریکا آمده بودیم و خبر شدیم که یسرا جان مبتلا به سرطان شده و از او وقت تا به حال کوشش داریم که برش راهی را پیدا کنیم که تداویش بهتر و بهتر شود. دواهایی که باید یسرا بتونه بگیره اونجا مهیا نبود و سال پرولپس کرد مریضیش و یعنی بی نتیجه بود و یسرا مجبور بود دکترها اونجا جواب دادن و یعنی گفتن نمیتونیم دیگه کار بکنیم چون افغانستان یک کشور محدود است و در وقت یگانه کاری که تانستیم شروع کردیم به بهترین شفاخانه‌ای که یعنی یعنی جایی که به قابل تداوی یعنی سرطان به اطفال باشه و اونجا فقط یک امری مدیکال کامپلکس بود که اونجا بستر شد یسرا جان و 1 سال را در بر گرفت و فقط یک دوایی در افغانستان بود که یسرا دو یعنی شیموتراپی بود و بعد از 1 سال پس دوباره دو پرولپس نشان داد، مقاومت ایجاد کرد و نتونست بدنش دوباره او را بگیره. خاموش شده بود، مثل یک روز سیاه شده بود. بر ما و همه فامیلم خصوصا بر دکترها جواب دادن، گفتن یعنی کار از دست ما بر نمیگرده. و دو وقت بود که ما یعنی تلاش کردیم که یعنی خارج از افغانستان بتونیم اگر کار کنیم بر یسرا ادامه بدیم. و وقت بود که ما فقط سرچ کردیم و یگانه ویزه که بر افغانها وقت یعنی باز بود پاکستان بود و توانستیم در مدت خیلی کم 1 ماه تمام تحقیقات خود انجام بدیم و بهترین شفاخانه را پیدا کنیم به تداوی سرطان خون به اطفال و با کمک دوستای ما و همکاری دوستای ما که مارس و جف بود بالاخره تانستیم که اونا را انتقال بدیم تحت تداوی در پاکستان و فعلا هم یسرا جان در شیموتراپی دوم خود هستند که دوای یک مقدار قوی تر را میگیرن و فعلا دوره دوم 28 روزه یسرا جان است که در 28 روز اول دکترها گفته بودن شاید خوب شود و ضرورت به 28 روز دوم نباشه، مگم قسم که دیده شد باز هم اجرات سرطانی مانده در وجود یسرا جان، باید 28 روز دوم بیره که بعد از یعنی اما صفحه باز میشه و یسرا که میتونه پیوند مغز و استخوان یا بون مرو ترانسپلیت بگیره دیگه. فعلا ببینیم که خداوند چی میخواد.
At that specific time, God brought 3 people into the equation. And the first person was a gentleman in the US military. And this person was tracked down by Mercel and was the same person that pulled or was responsible for pulling them over that wall in Kabul. And he has been a critical piece in all of this on the special immigrant visa side of things. His contacts around the world and various embassies throughout the world have been a huge godsend and an answer to prayer. There was a second person that was extremely important in all of this too, and that was a doctor here at Mission. He knew the director of bone marrow and stem cell transplant in Shifa International Hospital, halfway around the world, somebody here at Mission. And then the third person that's kind of along the financial side of things was a young woman who's actually the landlord of Mercel. And she was pregnant with her 3rd child, and literally hours before she was about to give birth, she created a GoFundMe page for this situation. Initially $10,000, enough money just to get to Pakistan, to get the medication going, to see the doctors, to pay for the hospital room, etc., to stabilize Yousra's situation, which was pretty dire. You know, I feel that God really answered those 3 callings, those 3 challenges through prayer in this time. So again, we don't know the full outcome, what's going to happen with Yousra, but these things and these people that he is interjecting, that God is interjecting in our answers to prayers along the way, have been just really remarkable. At that time, which is before the mission series, I think in February, about prayer, we were already starting to pray. You know, we didn't have any answers for Mercel. We didn't know where to go. It was a very helpless feeling for us, which exponentially would have been way worse for Mercel. So through prayer, it was something that really resonated and became enhanced through, you know, the series that Mission had done through prayer.
خواستار مزی است که اگر بتونن تا حد توان را دعا کنن یا هم که کمک کنن خیلی برش خوب